We're seeing today, sun-splashed Alumni Stadium. Late in the game, Boston College trailing by a point. Jay Clark blocks John Benestat's 38-yard field goal attempt. That seemed to swing the momentum in favor of Boston College. Eagles quarterback Glenn Foley ready to capitalize. Here he links up with tight end Bob McNell, who came in for the injured Mark Chimura. One of 3 completions to him. This one to 25 yards in that final drive to make it 1st and 10 at the Rutgers 15. 2 plays later, after a pass interference call with 19 seconds to play, Ed Toner goes in from 1 yard out, and the Eagles win their 2nd straight game, 19-14.
Army facing their 2nd straight ACC opponent. The Cadets had something to cheer about early as quarterback Willie McMillan, with a season high of 166 yards and 1 TD, puts Army up 10-0, and that lead grew to 16-3 before Jim Young, with an injury to McMillan, had to use his backup quarterback McWilliams, who fumbled, and all of a sudden Duke got this first TD on a 41-yard pass from Billy Ray to Stanley Dorsey to make it 16-10 Army. The Blue Devils would score 7 more, and Randy Culbert on this TD score, and complete the comeback and hand Army its 2nd straight defeat.
10. Fry. State line couldn't hang on. I think he was out of bounds anyway, Ben. Well, the key there to the sidelines. Not quite out. 3rd down and 10. This Indiana defense has been tough on 3rd downs here in this first half. Fry under a blitz. Gets it away to Olive. Nicely done to the 1st down. A gain of 11 out to the 46. Ward. 3rd down and about a yard for Ohio State. Harris drives Hagan forward for what appears to be a Buckeye 1st down at the Indian.
See until we look at the replay.
No question about it. They do a great job, especially in this conference. 21 seconds to go in the half. Indiana is leading 17-7, and Ohio State is at the doorstep. Harris is the tailback. Scotty Graham. Touchdown.
And Scotty, you don't draw him up much better than this right here. Fry with a great play fake. Graham with a great pattern, and it all just comes together. Boy, this is beautiful. We mentioned what a good ball handler Fry is. You see him set up. He looked first at the square end. When the safety broke up, he knew Graham would be all by himself in the secondary. Look at the speed to run away from Mose Richardson. Although Richardson's a freshman, he is a super cornerback.
Watch Fry's reaction. He knows it. He's got it. And now it's time to congratulate.
You know, about the only
10 for the Orangemen from their own 28. McKenzie running after Graves. Intercepted by Thomas. Willie Thomas. Penn State starts out from the Syracuse 47-yard line. Tony Sacca is the quarterback. Play action, rolling right, and a man is open. It's Terry Smith, and a completion for a 1st down at the 36. And his 36-yard line. Lining up in the I. Setting up a reverse to Smith. He's got running room. Matt McCartan is the lone returning starter on that offensive line for Penn State. 2nd down and 9, trying to cash in on the turnover. Sacca with the fake, now will run it. Sacca will walk in for the touchdown.
Over pursues, he comes back against the grain, and there's absolutely nobody at home. He walks in. There's not even an orange jersey in the picture.
and scores. He scored on a bootleg.
He has cause to call that boot. You're right on the money. I watched USC this morning, and against USC, Penn State inside the 10 ran it 4 times.
Call it 3rd and 3. 13th play of the drive. Brown hitting helmets and driving forward, and I think he has the first. Paterno conversing with Fran Ganner, the offensive coordinator for the Lions. Here it is, 3rd and goal from the 2. Gash, untouched.
State. That game's in the 3rd quarter. Ty Detmer has passed for 194 yards, 3 touchdowns in the first half. Detmer also 2 interceptions this afternoon. They're now in the 3rd quarter. Wyoming leading New Mexico in Laramie. The Cowboys have not lost a conference game at home under Paul Roach. They're 13-0 in the WAC. And when we come...
The up back, and then he just goes in easily. Jarvis Baker.
16 seconds in Air Force. Brett Lorius is in at a guard position for Michigan State. Enos gives the ball to Tico Duckett, and he's close. Gerbach has all day and throws a bad pass. Bunch the fullback, the protector. Gerbach passes away and caught by Howard. Time difficulty inside the 20 this year. 15 times they've been inside, only 5 touchdowns. Gardere running again, and not very far. He's down at the 8-yard line in the arms of Proctor Land. Land did it, trying to make it now to the end zone. What a catch! Touchdown, Texas, Kerry Cash. Well, that's the...
Who's 6'4" and 238. They isolated him out here with a cornerback. Look at that catch. When you're 6'4", that's a basketball play.
On the move. Thompson on a wing to the left. Brown in the backfield, setting up a screen to Brown. Brown better look out. He may lose yardage. Now he turns it into a gain. Sandquist. 3rd down and 5. The sun breaks through. Let's check out Penn State on this critical down. Daniels will score for Penn State.
Daniels makes the catch. Now here comes LeBaron and Thompson, 40 and 25, and 9 is Joseph. Missed tackles by Syracuse have led to this touchdown. 3 times they had him. This time, Daniels scores.
It's 3rd and 8 for Syracuse with 9:15 left in the game. Sacked. Frank Giannetti. Fullback Gash with a 1st down. Now he says just fall down on it.
That's what he said last time.
Joe Paterno at 63, his silver season. To coach until he's 70. Would love to one day say he coached in the Rose Bowl as his Nittany Lions are headed to the Big Ten. couple of years down the line.
You got to get good tucked in, guys. You're going to be, they think you get the good tucked in. Oh, you got to. The body is good.
Thank you, Jim. Coach, what does this win mean to you in Penn State?
Well, it's a big win. We need everyone we can get these days, John. You know, you start off 0-2, and you got to peck your way back into the swing of things. I thought it was a good win for us. There were two good young teams out here today, and a couple of things went our way, but I'm pleased for us.
I'm a little surprised at the end of a great rivalry, some 68 years, the meaning winning the last game of that rivalry?
Well, I've not been able to think about it that way. I've been only involved with this bunch of kids. It's not that important to them. This season's important to them. My feelings I don't want to show because I want them to enjoy the win because they're trying to have a good season, and I've got to work with them to have a good season. I can't let other things interfere with that, John.
One of the best parts of the game, Tony Sacca, I sense he's stepping forward as a leader.
Every week he get a little bit better. So we're getting a little better each week.
Congratulations, Coach. Okay, Jim.
Tony Sacca exchanging words with Conley. We'll be getting a scoring update out of New York momentarily. Dick McPherson said goodbye. Joe Paterno, the series is over. Penn State wins the final one, 27-21.
Matchup. Half the state's football fans are delirious and the other half are dejected. But the usual emotions were magnified this afternoon as the Michigan State Spartans pulled off a stunning upset of the Wolverines. The top team in the nation, #1, has indeed become a precarious perch. Michigan was 12-point favorite at Ann Arbor this afternoon, but a tie game here in the second half when Hyland Hickson goes 26 yards and puts the Spartans up 21-14. But then on the ensuing kickoff, Desmond Howard cuts to the near sidelines, and look at him go. A terrific run, finds his hole, cuts back, and goes 95 yards on the kickoff return to tie this game up at 21 apiece. He would be involved later in a key play in this game. The Spartans answer right back. Tico Duckett slamming in for a 9-yard touchdown to give them the 28-21 lead. The Michigan defense just giving up the points, uncharacteristic of their play this season. But the Wolverines drive 70 yards. Elvis Gerbach hitting Derek Alexander's 7-yard TD toss with seconds left. 6 seconds left on the clock to be exact. They go for the win in the 2-point conversion. And here's the toss to Desmond Howard, who cannot hang on. He appeared to be tripped by Eddie Brown. He felt that he caught the ball, but he really never had control. No flag.
Turns the momentum completely around. A 95-yard kickoff return, the second longest in Michigan history. And it is again a tie game. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I've got end zone in my tummy. The Spartans kept coming. Tico Duckett slams in from the 8. 28-21, 3 minutes left. The timing pattern. Looking back, it's Derek Alexander. They're down by a point. Do we go for 2? Do we go for 1? Gary Muller's team said, let's go for it, coach. And Desmond Howard beats his man, but grabbing him and tackling him. Look at, you've got the official under the goalpost, another one right in front of him, and they both missed the call. Eddie Brown completely tackled him. Howard dropped the ball and a chance to remain with just one loss, and hold on to the #1 ranking. Instead, they dropped the game, and a Hail Mary pass also picked off by Eddie Brown in the closing seconds. So Moeller had...
In the first half, the Vols scored 38 unanswered points to bust it wide open and end a 4-game losing skid to those Gators. The second half kickoff taken by Dale Carter on a couple of bounces near sidelines. Gets a good block there. Heads to the middle of the field. Slips a tackle. Keeps his balance. He's at the 50 and could go. He is all the way gone. And points his way to a 90-yard score, and the Volunteers were off and running 14-3. The flea flicker here. Tight end Vaughn Reeves heaving one to Carl Pickens behind the secondary, and it's a touchdown. Easy pickings for Johnny Majors, who says we probably should try that one more often. In the third, the massacre continues. The backup quarterback, Brian Fox, a terrible decision, outfoxed by Reggie Ingram, taking it in 35-3, a 28-point explosion for the Vols, who go on 45-3. Their homecoming 1990, a huge success as the Vols keep their conference hopes alive.
The Yellow Jackets, after their best start in 24 years, set up an ACC title showdown with the Cavs by beating Clemson for the second straight year this afternoon. Now, Tech had won 10 straight at home, and the College Bowl scouts looking on intently, as they should. Jackets up 7-0. First quarter when Sean Jones rolls out, 17-yard strike to Greg Lester. Great leaping grab. Tech up 14-0. Tigers just kicked a field goal now here in the fourth. They pulled within 2, but Kevin Tisdale takes care of that with the 87-yard kickoff return. Tisdale takes it all the way to the Clemson 5. That set up a score and put Tech up 21-12 at the half. And Ken Hatfield, real frustrated, but his Tigers weren't dead. Quarterback Deshane Cameron takes it in himself from the 3. And this was the first touchdown scored against the Tech defense this year. Bobby Ross's team leading by only 2, but under a minute left, and Chris Gardocki 4 for 4 on field goals on the day. Make that 4 for 5. Could have been the game winner for Clemson, but it falls short. And so Virginia coming into their game today against the Wolf Pack. And Sean Moore to Herman Moore. Could you ask for more? A 25-yard juggling catch in the end zone. More for Virginia. These guys make it fun. 83-yard hookup for the Cavalier duo. Sean Moore with 3 TD tosses today. He ran for another. Virginia leads the nation in scoring, by the way. They average 51 points a game, and their defense, well, it ain't bad either. Chris Slade had a field day. Look at him come in for the sack of Terry Jordan. He had 5 sacks. Jordan went down 8 times in this game. Big win for the Cavaliers. As Sean, moments of greatness. The Sooners did take the Longhorns for a ride, though. Texas turned the ball over 4 times, which had Bevo with a pretty serious look on his face. Texas up 7-3 late in the second quarter, and Dwell Brewer goes up the middle 9 yards for the Sooner touchdown to put Oklahoma on top 10-7. Late in the fourth, 2 minutes left, 4th and 7 from the OU 16, and there's Gardier. Great clutch play. Hits Keith Cash with a money catch. 14-13. Texas closing seconds then on 4th down, and the Sooner kicker R.D. Lasher 47-yard field goal attempt as time expires, and he hooks it, and his team gets hooked for the second straight year. The Sooners left sighing and crying as a late Gardier touchdown toss beats them. Shakes things up a bit in Provo this afternoon. It seems that quarterback Ty Detmer just got tired of opponents overplaying his air attack, so he unleashed a ground game, and that ground game piled up 197 yards. Well, of course, Ty didn't exactly ignore the pass. After all, he's trying to thrust himself back into Heisman contention. BYU and Colorado State kick off this wrap-up of the day's action. It was anything but a cliffhanger. Brigham Young overwhelmed Colorado State. Cougar quarterback Ty Detmer threw for 4 touchdowns, setting an NCAA record with his 13th consecutive game of at least 300 yards. Rams coach Earl Bruce called it a good old tail kicking as his team loses by 43. At the Astrodome, number 1.
Welcome to CBS Sports coverage of college football, and what better place to spend a fall afternoon than New England. The air is cool and crisp. The leaves are in full foliage. Athletics blend with academics, for nowhere is there a finer collection of colleges than in the Boston area. But Saturday afternoons in New England are reserved for college football, and today, a pivotal Eastern matchup as Penn State meets Boston College. At Sullivan Stadium in Foxborough, when a junior quarterback named Doug Flutie showed flashes of what was to come the following year, hitting Brian Brennan to put BC in front, and then out of the backfield, Troy Stratford with this touchdown on the reception, making it 14-0. And then Kevin Snow's 40-yard field goal iced it, and BC won 27-17, the only victory in this series. And
the one thing he wants him to do is settle his feet down. If he can settle his feet down and look downfield, he'll be very successful.
He has sparked BC to 3 straight wins. Meanwhile, 2nd down and 10, make it 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line. And here's the fullback Gash. Make it Gary Brown, and Brown gets to the 32-yard line, and that will bring up 3rd down.
I think the
line. And a play fake. Saka's pass is caught by Terry Smith, and Smith gets inside the 10-yard line.
And I think he picks up the bonus flag, and it may be a late face mask call on it.
And it's in there. Brian O'Neill in for the first time. O'Neill goes in motion. Brown dives forward for maybe a yard. Gash, the fullback, Tries to get close, and he's in for the touchdown. But the Eagles lead 14-7. 3rd down and 4 on the Boston College 29-yard line. And the pass is too high for Terry Smith on a sling. A 46-yard, and it's a fake. Bill Spoor, the holder on the pass to Gash, the fullback, and he's got the first down at the 17-yard line. Charlie Brennan making the tackle, and Penn State going to some razzle-dazzle on a 46-yard field goal attempt. Gash from Spoor and a 12-yard pass. Football till 14-7. Boston College leads, but Penn State is driving. 2nd down and goal at the 3. Here's the fullback, Gash. He's going to lose a little. Going to lose 3 yards on the play. A 5-minute drive, including a fake on a field goal attempt. In motion, Terry Smith. Saka. Looking to throw. Fires. It's caught. Touchdown, Penn State. Terry Smith. Second touchdown reception of the year for Terry Smith, the senior from Monroeville, Pennsylvania, outside of Pittsburgh, and the Nittany Lions climbed to within 1.
He did the smart thing. Everybody else, they tell you normally if you're in that end zone and you see your quarterback in trouble, try to uncover. Well, everybody was scrambling that time. He just stayed in the same spot. He let everybody else run around him, and Sacker finds him in there.
Now Craig Beck will attempt to tie the game with Bill Spoor holding, and the kick is good. Tied at 14-14 with 10:34. Billy Hammond. In a big explosive start to the second half for Penn State. A sophomore from Barnwell, South Carolina, has stunned the Boston College crowd, and Penn State has taken a 20-14 lead.
He's from South Carolina, and he knows how to run north and south. Hit that hole, and it was all over.
His second touchdown of the season. So the third-string tailback has come through seconds and now leads it 21-14.
But Dick, so many times you talk about the run being successful. Sam Gash, number 11, gets us a great block going up into the line of scrimmage, and that's what really springs him right there. But, you know, he gets through that line of scrimmage, and it's see ya, I'm gone.
So the Lions scored first, and they have the lead again by 7, 21-14. First and 10 at the 39-yard line. Foley fires. Great catch. Ray Hilbert, I believe, and he had to be turned around to make that reception, and it looks like Foley comes back strong when Penn. Pressure this time on Foley, going to Frazier, the back, out of the backfield, incomplete. Rick Fusetti, junior quarterback, with the give to Hammond. Runs into his own man, bounces off, and gets inside the 20. Still don't have a first down, but Shelly Hammond is having a marvelous game. Picked up 12 that time. Right.
Just gave the score. Here's the Moore-to-Moore combination. Sean Moore to Herman Moore, 49 yards for the touchdown. They went for 2 and got it. Just under 2 left to play in the first half, and Virginia has the lead. Let's go back to Dick Stockton.
All right, Andrea, tough battle for Virginia, but the Cavaliers only look. Bill Spoor holding. The kick is good. And with 4:07 remaining in the third quarter, here at Alumni Stadium in Chestnut Hill, Penn State now has opened up a 10-point lead over Boston College, 24-14. The hero has the interception and gives the ball back. The first turnover of the game by Boston College.
The hero or strong safety for Penn State. That time Perry's just kind of floating in the back. Now what Foley is looking for is he's got a receiver in back of Perry. You see him take his time. He's getting good protection, but if he's going to put that ball in, he's got to either put it to the short receiver or the far receiver, but not in between where he threw it.
Receivers on the right on 3rd down and 7 for Foley, and his pass is deep, and it's picked off by Leonard Humphreys. Penalty markers down, and Humphreys still going. And another flag is down. I count 4 on the field. And Hammonds is trying to ice the game right now, and he will. Shelly Hammonds, his second of the game, to put this one away for Penn State. And Tony Sacca, the quarterback, with a critical block for Hammonds.
A major league block by Tony Sacca over on the sideline, and he and Golden got downfield and makes a nice little run in here, dips inside, and then heads back out on that sideline on a cutback, has the defense bottled up inside. Now watch that little move there that pulls him over to the sideline, but he got a big block downfield. Right there, you saw Tony Sacca take a guy out.
And the kick, we have a whistle. Bayak's kick will hold. What a dream day for Shelly Hammonds. 208 yards on 24 carries and 2 touchdowns today for Hammonds. Just a sophomore. Here's Willie Hicks. He's a junior, and this pass will go incomplete, and the game is now over. And Penn State wins it 40-21 this afternoon, and the Chevrolet most valuable players of the game are Shelly Hammonds from Penn State and Glenn Foley from Boston College, and Chevrolet will donate $1,000 to each school's general scholarship fund to reward outstanding students for their academic achievements and to assist those in financial need. 7 of Michigan. Rogers. Falloon. First down to the 30-yard line. John Falloon coming back for the football to the 35. Well, wrong play, Stewart. They make wicket for a first down to the 15-yard line. Stewart. Not a whole lot there. Down to the 13 and a gain of 2. Rogers. Stewart. First down and goal to go at the 1. Knocking on the door. First and goal. Kuyava. Touchdown. And we are tied. Fine. Or if that was a coaching decision. Skillet. And the Iowa Hawkeyes have taken the lead. Hayden Fry trying to usher his special teams together. Heading down in this one. Hayden Fry and Iowa spoiled homecoming in Ann Arbor for the first time in 23 years. But Jeff Pearson showed us, I think, in the ball game against Notre Dame when he handled Chris Zorich. And he's a very capable at that center position. Duckett, the tailback. Enos has it. Throws it. That'll be good for the first down. Tony Rollin, the sophomore from Akron, hauls it in, number 22. And Rollin made a couple of key catches last week for these Spartans in the Michigan game.
He did that, and Rollin is...
Hickson is hit behind the line of scrimmage. 1:25 to go in the first quarter.
3rd and 2.
That particular mark by the Illini defense may be about due for a puncture. Duckett. Close to his first down. Again, he does not get a friendly mark on that from that official.
Going to kick the field goal. I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah.
4th and 1. Ball at the Illini 4.
Higgins had a 55-yard career long field goal to give Illinois the 3-0 lead. Now with 48 seconds to go, John Langlow is going to try one. Knocks it up and through. 21 yards by John Langlow, and we are tied inside the last minute of the first quarter. Kenny on a deep drop, throws into a crowd and gets away with it. Jeff Finke caught the ball. He threw it hard, and he threw it right between 2 white shirts. Quarterback. 2nd down and 7.
13. With the blitz, Erickson sacked. Second and 17. Meyer tucks it under. All kinds of room inside of the 15. Goals in a game. From 35 yards, again he's good. Five for 6 on the day. Greg Hendrick.
Muskets and all. Third down. All through it. Too hard and too high. He got to dancing around. He didn't set himself. He had dancing feet. And he had his man open, Bell, and good for the first down. But he just flat. 47 of Michigan State. Camino Bell, the single back. Play looks pass all the way. It is caught. Caught right on the 40-yard line by Jeff Finke. I tell you what, he's a pretty good-looking tight end. Instead of third down and 6 inches. Well, they hurt themselves. He's got a man. Pass is complete for Turner. Turner drops the ball, but it should belong to the Illini. He's the last man that possessed it. Defensive secondary people. Here they come. Mueller, blitz on third. Looks like it. Yep. Incomplete pass. Snap good, hold good, kick. Good. Illinois goes to the lead by 2.
Jim blocking and tackling, trying to build confidence, recognition.
Play action fake from the goal line. Lamar Thomas makes the grab near midfield. He climbed the ladder for that one.
Mistake they made at the other end on the kicking game.
Incomplete at the 20.
Good offense.
3rd and 7. Got away from Zorich. This will be intercepted. Todd Light. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Was selling out, coming with the blitz. Meyer looks to his right, sees the blitz coming, then dumps it underneath to a safety valve, Culver. Now I want you to watch the block that Brooks gets. Here comes Brooks out of the right-hander screen. Boom! Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Caught by Bell. No. And slides out of his arms as he goes down. No. White's got to hold it. Eichhorn's got to snap it. Enough leg. It's good. just shattered the larger hopes of Michigan State. For Alabama, it is good!
Is that a flag on the field right here, roughing the kicker? So this game's over anyway.
Football fans, it's a pity this rivalry has ended.
Up its third win today as the Owls staged a dramatic comeback victory over Virginia Tech. Matt Baker found Kevin McCoy in the end zone with less than 2 minutes left. The Owls pull it out 31-28. Virginia Tech was led by quarterback Will Fuhrer. He threw a couple of touchdowns, also ran one in. The Hokies led it in the fourth quarter, 28-17. But then Scott McNair got it going. McNair with 2 touchdowns. He carried this one in from 19 yards out. That made it 28-24. Then the key play of the afternoon. Mark Ellis recovers a fumble at the Virginia Tech 44. That set up the game-winning drive. Baker completed his last 9 passes, including the game winner. Kevin McCoy has it with 1:51 left. Temple hanging on to win 31-28. Owls now 3-3 on the season. Penn State broke loose with a big fourth quarter this afternoon at Boston College. Joe Paterno's Lions beat the Eagles 40-21, but the game was a lot closer than the final score. Shelly Hammonds ran for 208 yards and 2 touchdowns. Right here he goes 65 yards to put the Lions on top 21-14. Hammonds today setting a single-game rushing record for sophomores at Penn State. BC freshman quarterback Glenn Foley passed for 3 touchdowns against the Lions. This one to Mark Shimura. Made it a 6-point game early in the fourth quarter, and Joe Paterno has to be wondering. But after that, it was all Penn State. About 3 minutes left. It's Hammonds again, this time 48 yards to put it away. Lions improve their record to 4-2. It's their 7th win in a row over BC. Penn was upset today by Brown, 24-17. It was Brown's first win of the season and their first victory over the Quakers since 1981. The Bruins won it on a touchdown with 55 seconds left. Penn almost came back, but quarterback Doug Hench was tackled at the 9 with 10 seconds left, and the Quakers had no timeouts. Penn falls to 2-4 on the season. Today at Delaware, the Blue Hens lost to Massachusetts 17-3. Eric Timmis with the play of the game. Timmis, right up the middle, races 61 yards on the punt return. High stepping all the way. UMass beats Delaware this afternoon 17-3, the final in this one. The master of long run backs is Rocket Ishmael. He did it again today as the Irish upset Miami 29-20. In the game of the afternoon, Ishmael turns on the afterburners, 95 yards up the sidelines for a touchdown. The Irish win the final game of what has been just a classic series. This fourth quarter screen pass to Rodney Culver took the wind out of the Hurricane sails. Notre Dame takes it 29-20. At Syracuse, the Orangemen romped over Rutgers 42-0. Backup quarterback Mark McDonald passed for 1 score and ran for another. Right there he hits Rob Carpenter just before the half.
Involved his 7 seasons as head coach at Texas A&M. Hollingsworth, contact but no flag. Anderson, the intended receiver, and the fans wanted a flag on Keith Goganis. Gary Hollingsworth wanted a penalty flag as well.
Well, I think everybody in this stadium, Bryant-Denny Stadium, saw pass interference except the referee in that particular. Well, he just ran into him.
On the final play of the first quarter with Penn State leading 3-0. Boy, did that look like holding as Jackson was taken down. He managed to connect with Hollingsworth, and Hollingsworth thought that one of the Penn State defenders connected early with his receiver.
Well, I think they offset each other. There's a hold, and then there was another pass interference. The umpire, that's 2 plays for...
Make a better choice. After all, I don't have the moves of a Barry Sanders, the grace of a Jerry Rice, or the physique of a Howie Long. But then again, who'd look better in this shirt? John Elway or me?
Kathy Ireland, not your everyday fan. For Team NFL merchandise, for your catalog, call 1-800-USA for NFL.
On the other hand, I've never seen Elway in a bathing suit.
Third and 18. Hollingsworth looking for more than that. It's out of bounds. Finkley, the nearest receiver, but he was well covered on the play by Greg Fusetti. And a 46-yard return for Tyson Thomas, the sophomore from York, Pennsylvania.
Real well. They set the wall up. You see the cross blocks right here to get the first man down. There's a good block. Now the wall's set up. The only player is the punter, Tank Williamson, that can make that play.
86-yard try for Fayak. It will be the longest of his career. It's blocked. George Teague rambling with it into Penn State territory and out of bounds at the 46. On 4th and 1. Fake into the line, pass caught by Turner. First down, Alabama. The fake went up and over. The football went to Turner along the sideline. And Penn State has it back at the 19. Willie Thomas recovered the fumble of Kevin Turner and Lee Corso. 3-0 Nittany Lions at halftime. Bill complete to Thompson, short of a first down, short of midfield at the 49 program, and he's back on campus and trying to lead the Penn State offense into Alabama territory. He got into Alabama territory, but whether or not he picked up the first down depends upon the spot.
Run away and force somebody to throw the football, and you can play percentages on them. You have a chance to win the football game.
Penn State last week held Boston College to -4 yards rushing. Thompson had it go through his hands. Ephraim Thomas had the coverage. Tom Bill. Look out. Jared. It's good. A line drive through the uprights for Craig Fayak from 50 yards. The longest field goal of his career. And with 3:12 left in the third quarter, Penn State has a 6-0 lead.
You talk about a big 3 points now, because that takes Philip Doyle out of the ball game a little bit as we go to the fourth quarter. And, 25 yards, that opens up so many things to do defensively. Keith Goganis is going to come in a blitz. They're bringing he in a strong safety. Just is not picked up. Danny Woodson does the right thing, goes down and takes the sack. Again, now the key, you don't want this ball game to be lost with 13:53 on the clock.
To be picked off by Darren Perry. Perry still on his feet and down at the 42-yard line of Alabama. Second interception today for Darren Perry, the first thrown by Danny Woodson.
Danny Woodson did a nice job getting that ball. Oh, it's just like a punt. He was going downtown and trying to get all he can get on it. He's under tremendous pressure. See him drop back here. He'll move to the right as the pocket. Here's somebody right in his face. He just throws it as far as he can throw it. There's good coverage on it. Darren Perry makes the interception.
He points to Stewart as one of the players who's played well consistently. Bill. Incomplete. Intended for Thompson. Bill throws short. Complete. Thompson short of a first down. Out of bounds at the 17 for a pickup of 4 from 34 yards. It's good. Fayak has been inconsistent this year, but with the exception of the block, he's come through for Penn State today. 3 field goals for the Nittany Lions, and with 11:42 left in the fourth quarter, it's Penn State 9 and Alabama nothing.
Gary Hollingsworth never saw Frank Giannetti. Watch Gary Hollingsworth set up for the pass. He's looking to the left. Now he brings his head over to throw the ball to the back. He doesn't see Frank Giannetti because he was being blocked, and he spun out of the block, tipped the ball, controlled it, made the interception. That's, again, where Penn State's the toughest, when you get them inside that 35. Here's back and coming. Goes front 4.
First sack was a loss of 10. That one lost 11. Third and 31. And the pass is incomplete. Intended for Lamond Russell. Last chance for Alabama. If they don't pick it up, it's over. Hollingsworth fumbles. Recovered by Penn State. Whistles blow the play dead. And the Nittany Lions are going to win their 5th straight game.
A tough situation here. Gene Stallings knows it. Mal Moore knows it. Limited on number of players and limited on the injuries that you receive.
Turner has a first down. He refuses to go down and finally does. Giannetti made the tackle. This will be it for the decade-long run between these two tradition-rich programs. And 2nd and 10. This will be the final play. It's an interception for Leonard Humphreys.
Just go down, Leonard.
Leonard wants the end zone. He goes down at the 47. Penn State has won 5 in a row. The Lions now 5-2. Alabama's 3-game winning streak comes to an end. The Crimson Tide now 3-4.
Problem area, but Coach Darnell's a good football coach, and I'm sure he's got his guys focused tonight.
Van Pelt on 3rd down. Delivers, complete, and let's see where they're going to give him forward prior. That is not a good spot. He caught the ball in first down territory. That's what the crowd is booing about. I think
you block, you throw it well, you catch it well, you run a good route, but just not deep enough. Defense and give Notre Dame some different looks.
Well, these are the down.
Nickel on the field.
Meyer gets it away, tipped and incomplete. Vernon Lewis. That's all that really counts.
That's right.
Van Pelt zips it, Truitt near sideline.
Gene Stallings and the Crimson Tide. A low-scoring affair, but the Tide rolled State's way. Stallings on the sidelines. He's in his first year down at Bama. He was under a little pressure today, so was his quarterback. Penn State in white, Keith Gulganis comes in hard to record the sack. No touchdowns by either team. Who needs TDs? Craig Fayak for State kicked 3 field goals. This from 34 yards. He had 2 more from 34 and 50. Penn State beats Alabama 9-0. The final score marked the first time the Tide had been shut out in Tuscaloosa in 35 years. For the first time since 1986, the Temple Owls football team is over the 500 mark in the win-loss column. Temple toppled the Pirates of East Carolina today. 3rd quarter action, Temple in red. The quarterback is Matt Baker. Baker had a 6-yard touchdown run on the day, and after this scramble, he had a 30-yard TD strike. At the other end is Kevin McCoy. The game was tied at 20. 4th quarter, the Pirates were leading by 7, but the Owls, who totaled 302 yards rushing, kept it going on a 15-yard run by Leon Brown. He bullied his way in 27-all. Temple's Bob Wright kicked a field goal with 1:16 left. East Carolina needed 1 from 47 yards to tie it. The kick was short. Temple wins their homecoming game 30-27. At Villanova Stadium, the Wildcat was pumping up the crowd. The Nova football team was pretty juiced as well. After a Wildcat interception, Brad Parpin on the quarterback keeper. He's in, and Villanova led Rhode Island 7-0. They'd get some more. Parpin came back after the drop back and found a wide open Pat Kennedy in the end zone. The Cats beat the Rams Villanova 14-7. At Franklin Field, Bart was hanging out with the band while the Quakers in dark hosted Yale on the field. Penn's quarterback is Doug Hench. He's looking downfield for Damian Young. 28 yards away, Damian with the dive. He had it, but it got away. Relax, Dame, the official said. You had it long enough. Touchdown. Penn still trailed by 7, and they never caught up. Yale would win for the first time since 1980 at Franklin Field. The quarterback keeper goes for a score. Yale scored a 27-10 win over Penn. The Quakers fall at 2-5, and Gary Steele's team is even in the Ivy League at 2-2. Kane over Glass.
3rd straight week, including a 69-yard touchdown run as the Buffs roughed up the Sooners 32-23. It's the first time in a quarter of a century Oklahoma's dropped 3 in a row. The nation's 2nd-ranked team, Nebraska, rolled at Iowa State. Leota's Flowers ran for a career-best 208 yards and 3 TDs as the Cornhuskers routed the Cyclones 45-13. To the Astrodome, where 5th-rated Houston hammered Arkansas, David Klingler, let's admit it, the Heisman frontrunner, threw 7 touchdown passes and had 457 yards through the air in the Cougars' 62-28 demolition of the Razorbacks. The nation's best team could be number 6 Washington. The 6th-ranked Huskies got a career-best 205 yards rushing from Greg Lewis and 2 TDs in their 46-7 rout of Cal in Seattle. Number 8 Miami rallied from its loss to Notre Dame last week to demolish Texas Tech. Craig Erickson tossed 4 scoring strikes, 3 of them to Lamar Thomas, in the Hurricanes' 45-10 triumph. Bobby Bowden registered his 200th career win as Florida State blasted LSU in Tallahassee. Running back Ampli took it in 3 times as the Seminoles trounced the Tigers 42-3. Number 15 Georgia Tech looks ready for next week's showdown at top-ranked Virginia for the ACC title. In Atlanta, quarterback Sean Jones ran for 2 scores, and Kevin Tisdale ran a kickoff back 85 yards for 6 as the Yellow Jackets dumped Duke 48-31. 3rd-ranked Notre Dame, fresh off its big win over Miami at South Bend last week, has another stern test this week against the Pitt Panthers. Rahib the Rocket Ishmael's run 77 yards for a touchdown in the 4th quarter as the Irish are opening it up. Auburn blocked an extra point late to avoid the upset. Illinois is still perfect in the Big Ten. Ty Detmer had 5 TD passes in BYU's victory. Iowa trounced Northwestern. Texas slaughtered SMU. Ole Miss escaped. Wyoming's taking on UTEP. Clemson a winner. So was Southern Cal. Michigan trounced Indiana. Baylor upset TCU. Arizona's hosting Washington State. And Louisville knocked off Western Kentucky.
Temple alumnus John Lyons proposed to the girl he met playing in the school's marching band. It happened this afternoon at halftime as Susan Purdy played in the alumni band at Temple's homecoming game. She says David's proposal publicly at the vet took her completely by surprise, and her parents say they're looking forward to having David as their future son-in-law.
Some treats for themselves. The Philadelphia Zoo turned into a land for trick-or-treaters. Besides candy and other goodies, children were given fluorescent lights. KYW News Radio sponsored this safe alternative to trick-or-treating. Little ones nearly circled the zoo, picking up stickers, munching on treats, talking to the animals, having fun, having a good time, like little kids are supposed to do at the zoo.
Klingler has been putting up some big Heisman-type numbers himself. More of the same today at the Astrodome against Reeling, Arkansas. While Klingler was prospering, his counterpart, Quinn Grovey, victimized in the early going by the Cougar defense. The ball batted up in the air, and there's a freebie for Jerry Parks, who takes it back down the left sidelines easily for a 26-yard return. 7-0 Cougars. And then Klingler began to heat up in the second. The nice play fake, and a dart wide open is Verlon Brown, 25 yards. Houston had the lead for good, and Klingler and Brown were really clicking. Klingler in the 3rd, wants more and gets it. Going deep to Marcus Grant. He makes a great grab, 42 yards. A little dance there. Klingler was just on fire today as the Cougars end an 8-game losing streak to the Hogs, 62-28. Klingler threw a career-high 7 touchdowns, equaled an NCAA mark with his 6th 400-plus passing day. And the Cougars are off to their best start since 79.
Detmer show. The BYU Cougars came out firing. Detmer going deep down the sideline. Finds a wide open Andy Boyce 53-yard strike. Detmer throwing for 464 yards and 5 touchdowns on the day. But the offense not the only star. Jeremy Leach had the pass deflected to Derwin Gray right in the right place at the right time. Returns at 18 yards. Cougars run away with this one as Detmer set an NCAA record with his 19th 300-yard game total offense. He also added a rushing touchdown and topped 300 yards passing for the 20th time. BYU unbeaten in the WAC. And at the Sun, and Cam Neely hitting the post. The rebound is loose in front, and Ray Burridge lifts the backhand home. The Bruins take their first lead, 5-4 at this point. And Chicago then with the extra attacker in the 3rd. Steve Larmer seemed to have found the net, but then Dirk Graham, as the net was dislodged, the timekeeper let the clock expire. No red light came on. The official said the time was out. And Mike Keenan begged to differ, but he couldn't argue with the final. As after trailing 3-0, Boston then scored 5 in the next 6 goals in this one. They go 4-0 at home and play 2 of their next 3 in Boston.
Rick Myrer. Back to pass over the middle to Rocket Ishmael. And the Rocket takes off for 49 yards. Setting up an Irish field goal to make it 17-7 Notre Dame. And Lou Holtz enjoying the game. In the 4th, he is gone. The Rocket, watch as he pulls away from the would-be tacklers. Notre Dame up 24-7 at that point. They go on to win it rather handily. 31-22 was the final score. The Provo, BYU hosting New Mexico. Ty Detmer rolling out, passing no, sir. Keeping, touchdown, his third rushing TD of the year. BYU ties it at 14 apiece. Midway through the second, 3rd and 10, Detmer, deep, 53 yards to Andy Boyce. See ya. BYU doesn't look back after that point. 55-31 was the final score. BYU 6-1 overall, 4-0 in the WAC. Now, as for the Hawks, 64 yards passing, 5 touchdowns, and 300 yards or more in 19 consecutive games. That's an NCAA record.